The more you chase success, the more you start to feel like a failure. Let me tell you why. We live in a world obsessed with success. And it sounds noble in theory, doesn't it? Ambition, drive, hustle. It's the heartbeat of modern life. But beneath all that noise is a truth that very few of us really want to face. The more you chase success, the more you start to feel like a failure. You tell yourself, once I get there, I'll finally feel happy. Once I make enough money, I'll finally feel secure. Or once I achieve this, I'll finally be enough. But every time you reach one milestone, that finish line, it moves further back. Each time, the satisfaction fades faster and faster than expected. And eventually the applause dies out. And what's left in silence is the same old feelings, just dressed up in different clothes. And you begin to wonder if you're broken. You're not. You're simply caught in a loop, what psychologists call the arrival fallacy. The belief that happiness lives on the other side of achievement. You start chasing success, but really what you're doing is running from inadequacy, the fear of being ordinary, from the thought that if you're not constantly improving, that you're behind. So what do? You wake up earlier, you push harder, you try to find more motivation. You measure your self-worth based off of how much you produced and not who you've become. And even when you win, it never really feels like winning because there's always someone who's ahead of you. Someone richer, stronger, smarter, younger, better. You can't enjoy what you've already built because you're already comparing it to someone else's success. Here's the secret. Chasing implies distance. It means that what you want is always ahead of you. It's never by you or inside of you. And the Stoics understood this 2,000 plus years ago when Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. It's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. You see, success, as we define it today, is an illusion. It's a mirage that keeps moving the closer you get. It promises fulfillment, but it feeds on your insecurities, and peace must be earned, when in truth, peace is something that you allow, something that grows. Think about it like this. When you were a child, you didn't need success to feel alive. You played and explored for the sake of playing and for the sake of creation. When something that pure and honest is replaced with competition, now it's not enough that you just create. You have to perform. It's not enough to live. You have to make a life worth watching. You've turned it into a scoreboard. And no matter how high that score gets, the game never ends. See, the danger of chasing success is that it makes you forget what you already have achieved. It disconnects you from the present moment and you stop asking, what fulfills me? And you start asking, what looks impressive? And that's when the emptiness grows. Because deep down, your soul doesn't want validation. It wants connection. It wants meaning. It wants to know that you're living a life aligned with your values, not just your goals. The ancient philosophers understood something that modern society has just completely forgotten. The good in life isn't found in accumulation, but in alignment. Not in chasing, but in becoming. True success isn't loud. It isn't measured in follower count, titles, bank accounts. It's measured in peace of mind. Can you go to sleep at night being at peace? Are you able to wake up and feel content with who you are and what you stand for, even if nobody else notices? You probably have heard the saying, don't chase, attract, right? But attraction isn't magic, it's alignment. When your values and actions align, opportunities present themselves to you. You stop running because what you're seeking finally starts to feel like it's within you. But when you chase, you send messages to yourself, to your own mind that you're incomplete, that you're missing something, that you're not enough yet. And that belief becomes your identity. You start treating life like a competition constantly instead of an experience to enjoy, to live. You start performing instead of living, and you start existing for the approval of something other than truth. And let's be honest, it's exhausting. So maybe the real question isn't, how do I become successful? Maybe it's, what does success actually mean to me? To who I really am? Because success without self-understanding is just glorified confusion. And chasing goals that aren't yours will always feel like failure. It's not who you are. Maybe success isn't something to pursue, but something to uncover. Something that's buried so deep within the layers of comparison, fear, and external pressure that you have on top of you. When you stop chasing, you start to see. You start appreciating. You start living. You begin to find joy in progress rather than perfection, in growth rather than recognition, in stillness rather than speed. You learn that peace isn't at the finish line, it's in the footsteps and the moments where you're fully present, doing what you love. That's what makes you successful, because it makes you feel alive. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." Maybe freedom is the real success, the freedom to define your own worth, to rest without guilt, the freedom to say, I'm enough, even as I grow. Because the truth is, the pursuit of success blinds you to the very thing you were chasing in the first place: peace, meaning, fulfillment. So stop chasing, start creating, start aligning, start becoming the kind of person who doesn't need success to feel successful. Because when you stop running after it, you realize it was never running away. It was waiting for you to slow down, just long enough to see that you already had it. Hopefully this sheds some light on this topic. If you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing. I post new videos every week on philosophy, especially in relation to modern day problems that we have, like anxiety and chasing success. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, keep on growing.